That's it. Bro, no, you ain't here with this helmet. You ain't here with this jersey. You got your jersey. But you gonna big ass too. It's really wearing it. It ain't for you. That's all I'm talking. Yeah, you wearing a jersey. You wearing a pair of Barkley. It's on your shirt. XL large. XX large. You wearing an adult large. Thank you.
Americans in here.
What's up? All right, we got everybody? All right, let's lock in. Let's lock this thing in here. Congrats on getting to this point. Congrats on a great college career. But let's be real, done, it's over, right? And if you're a dog-ass competitor, and you aspire to be a player in the National Football League, it starts today. Let's talk about a couple things. The first one is, it's a job interview.
Let's go, man. Keep putting it on tape now. Keep putting it on tape.
Everything that you guys do in the meeting rooms, on the field, it's getting evaluated.
Hey, Riley, you gotta get ready, Riley.
Go! Hey, guys. Hey, fast, way faster than that.
We're writing reports about it. We're talking to our GMs. We're talking to our head coaches. We're getting detailed reports. Put your best foot forward. The second part is getting acquainted to NFL terminology, the language.
Then we got Gun King, double left Yaz, 3 scat, H cash, F Fitch.
We call that a steel rod, okay? No false step, right? Loading the inside parts of your feet and exploding out.
The coaching points and details that the guys are giving you, this is NFL language. This is what you're gonna have to learn. All the resources you need, we got for you. But take advantage of that, all right? And then the last one, and probably the most important one, is we're here to win, right? That's why we play the game. That's why we play the game, is to win.
Really cool you got in town early to kind of go over this stuff. I just want to go over the board a little bit, talk about guys before we get rolling in the week that you think could really help themselves. How about you, Julius?
Mr. Landon Jackson, Arkansas. I think he's, going into the year, he had a lot of steam, you get me, and kind of didn't have the year, that he wanted to have production-wise. But getting to talk to him a little bit more, he's coming down here with the right mindset that he's coming down here to re-solidify himself as one of the top rushers, in this draft.
I'm with you. So, but people get so focused on the production on paper, but when you watch Arkansas tape, this dude was really disruptive.
Yes, sir.
And I'm with you, like to the mindset piece you're talking about. I've noticed this, I'm sure you guys have too. The guys that come down here with the right mindsets, like they're the ones that make the biggest jumps.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, going back to like Deebo Samuel, that dude was so dialed in from like the day he got here. Like part of me was like, why is this guy so pissed off? At Bo Nix last year, I didn't see Bo Nix smile the entire week, but they were down here, it was a job interview, and they approached it that way. So I'm excited about 2 of these junior defensive tackles. Yeah. So Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, Texas A&M transfer, and then his old teammate Shamar Stewart. So those are 2 guys that are both super talented, and for different reasons. The league thinks those guys could blow up during the week. I do too. The one-on-one stuff, they're just built for it. They're gonna be total mismatches. A one-on-one for these guys, they should eat all week. This is their first step of their journey into the NFL. First time they're getting coached by pro coaches, first time they're around NFL people.
You gotta see how many Ole Miss signatures you can get.
That's right, that was our goal.
Yeah.
It's an intense week, really by design. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot on the line here. I mean, you're trying to learn a new playbook, you're with new teammates, you're learning them. You got these nightly interviews where you're getting hit from a lot of different angles on stuff.
This is about football. This is about football. Get ready to compete.
Yeah. To the game.
Yeah, man.
And then you got to go out on the field and perform. And not just perform, but perform with Mike Tomlin standing right there next to you, or pick a GM standing on this side of you. And there's a lot of pressure there. This is it. This is the path to the draft starts here, and their NFL journey start here.
We going to the Battle House.
Wait. Battle House.
Yeah, this must be another nice hotel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure it is.
Damn. We going to the top?
We going, y'all.
I'm scared of heights.
All right. Thank you all for coming out. It's a great crowd. I'm so fired up about this year's Senior Bowl. Now we're going to introduce each group, as we've done the last couple of years, by position group. So let's get all our running backs up here. I don't know how closely y'all follow the draft or not, but this is the best running back group that's entered the NFL in a long time, including Auburn's 4th all-time leading rusher. These are our guys. We put a lot of work into this. That's why, we take a lot of pride in the end result, the end product, because there's just so much work. You are looking at the best defensive line that this game has ever put on a field, I promise you.
It's the best of the best from all conferences, from all around the world, from the country.
It's an opportunity. And if it's one word that can describe this place, it's opportunity.
It was the best thing that could have happened for me. It's been great here, and it's been a blessing.
Do we have any Faith Academy people in the room right now? And if you are, speak up. Shamar James from Faith Academy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Mobile, it's home. It's home for me, born and raised here. Like all of my family's here. So when I came back here, it was kind of like a family reunion, man. So when they asked me to come back, I couldn't say no. So yeah.
Thank you for coming out. I'm excited to be back home. Excited to compete this week and go Gators.
Let's get the quarterbacks up here.
It's a dream come true for me. As a Canadian, it's all about, getting these opportunities to kind of showcase who I am, because I know that, it's important for me to come down here and play against these guys. And so, I was super fired up about it.
So the first time I heard about the Senior Bowl, the Notre Dame front office guys, they called me up and, didn't tell me what it was about, and slid the box to me, and I was sitting down, and I knew exactly what it meant, right? I'd kind of dreamed of this moment my entire life, so when they slid me the box, it was a huge honor.
Fairhope's own Riley Leonard. It's really good to be home. I know I'm from the other side of the bay, but we're all family here. Make sure y'all are rooting for the American team. I had a recent loss, so I got to get my lick back on Saturday. Appreciate you guys.
I've been going to the Senior Bowl my entire life. It's always meant a lot to me to go up and see college quarterbacks who are entering the NFL. To me, they were heroes growing up, and to be one of them, it's a huge honor, and I'm grateful to be here. I grew up in Fairhope, Alabama, which is right across the bay. This is home to me, though. It's a beautiful place to be. It's where I started playing football at a young age when I moved here when I was 3 years old.
It was definitely a journey, coming up through Mobile, single-parent household, 3 older siblings, and it was a journey. But all I was thinking in my head was like, dream come true. When you playing this, that means you're a step closer to the NFL, and I'm just appreciating every moment I have here.
The day after the national championship game, I took a flight back to Mobile and been training here ever since. It never crossed my mind that I would skip this game because I just want to play ball. Everybody talks to me, you took a lot of hits this year, you played 16 games, you must be tired. Tired? No, I get another chance to play ball, like sign me up.
All right, before we get started, let's hop up and let's dap up your brother next to you. Give a handshake. Yep. There we go. Yep. You guys have all earned this seat, man, and it's awesome, so congrats on that. The best of the best, right? You guys made it here. So we got 1 week, right? Basically 4 days of prep to know these details inside and out, right? Because like Coach said, what are we doing, man? We're going to what? Win.
I've calculated in my head, we have 2 hours of practice on Tuesday, 2 hours on Wednesday, 2 hours on Thursday, So we have 6 hours of actual physical football to go ahead and mesh together as an offense and go execute a game plan. Everything you do counts in this situation. How you're practicing, the intensity you have in practice. Are you showing up to meetings on time? Are you late? You get beat on one-on-ones. What's your demeanor like? You kick ass in one-on-ones. What's your demeanor like? I want to know what I'm getting when I have to get out there on Sunday at 1 o'clock, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. I want to know I have a motherfucker out there that I can count on.
Every GM, every head coach, every scout in the NFL is going to be here this week. Everyone's going to have eyes on you. Everyone's watching everything you do.
All right, Riley, you're back up on the double.
7 week alert /38 boss on the double. Ready? White 20. White 20 said higher. Higher. We're good. White 20. White 20 said higher.
I really enjoyed watching Riley Leonard compete. I think he's going to help himself down here. He shows up as a transfer, first year coming to Notre Dame. It's a culture shock, right? I mean, you're trying to break yourself into a program that doesn't normally take a lot of transfers. And he endeared himself to his teammates, first guy on the field, last guy off. So I think he could do the same thing down here. I think he played really well in the championship game. He's somebody I'm looking forward to seeing competing.
Yeah, I am too. And when they went on their run in November, I mean, they went on that streak and they're scoring like 50 a game. I got multiple texts from, upper level guys, director level type guys, assistant GMs that are like, man, have you watched Riley's tape lately? Like they're saying more day two, which is cool for this guy, man.
If you're going to have a successful game and you want eyeballs on your game, you have to have star power. So the quarterback thing is always huge. These guys can all help themselves for different reasons. I think every guy that comes here, there's something that they have to prove. This week can go a long way for those guys.
Remember, on that fourth, you kind of want to get your eyes up, make sure you're seeing what's going on downfield. You got it, Doc. You got it.
Alpha, we go.
Good. Now, this time, let's do waggle now. Waggle footwork.
After this game right here, you're preparing for your pro day. You're running, jumping, and all that stuff, and that's Olympic stuff. That's not football. This is football.
Jalen Milroe and Jackson Dart, I think those guys are guys that the league likes a lot of stuff. They have apprehension on some stuff.
They're phenomenal athletes. They have enough arm, but I think, this NFL, it's a completely different game than the college game.
All right, here we go. Here we got flex right, jab 25, F stutter. We got gun king Dixie right, 2-paint bash circus, 337 waggle, X pylon, Z spear, alert boiler. Okay, Riley, you gotta get ready, Riley.
Now it's a question of just reading progressions or understanding how to maneuver within the pocket.
Eyes up. There you go. Good. Shuffle, eyes up. Smooth. Tight feet, good. Ball, good. Eyes up.
I just think there's things at that point where, all right, there's another step for these guys, even though they played at a really high level.
I think the biggest thing that I always do is appreciate each and every quarterback because we are all unique in their own ways. And I know how hard it is to play the position. And so to be able to consider yourself a quarterback, be able to lead your team, can't take that for granted at all.
There's a misconception about Ole Miss's offense and, all that's required for the quarterback position. There's a lot involved in our offense. So quite honestly, I feel like I've kind of done it all.
All right, guys. So let's talk some football. Who stood out in your group? Just give me one guy, national and American. We'll start from the top at quarterbacks.
American team, I would say, overall, I thought Dart had a real nice day today.
Mark, who stood out for you on the American team?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Dart at this point. I think he's probably the most talented arm talent of the group. I'd just like to just see a little bit more consistency, but he does a lot of good stuff. So he's been good on that end. I think Leonard is kind of biting at his heels on the national team. I guess The Canadian kid, Elgersma, keeps jumping out. You know, keep improving. He did a really good job of sliding up in the pocket. But overall, he's progressing pretty well. So I'm kind of excited to see how it continues. And what I've heard from a lot of the scouts that have interviewed him, they say he's just an overall smart kid.
Good late ad.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good job by our scouting staff to just stay through the process and just keep working, because that guy, he came out of nowhere. But we kept looking and we found him, and he's having a good Senior Bowl.
So this is it. This is all the hard work the scouts put in all year. This is kind of a living, breathing thing, really fluid process. We'll strip this thing down as soon as the game's over, and we'll start building this thing back up in February.
I've seen so many big boards, you know, with the Steelers also, and Jim's is just like an NFL team because he runs it that way because he was a scout. And that's what's so cool about it, you know, and he takes that approach. You know, and I think that's why the game has become so successful.
So the blue line and up is, we call that our priority level for a reason. Those guys are a high priority. If we're gonna have a good game, if we're gonna have star power in the game, if we're gonna have eyeballs on the game, we have to do a really good job up here. It's the first 3 rounds. Those are first, second, third rounders. This middle part of the board, this is 4 and 5, and this is round 6 and 7, and down here is, you know, guys we think are gonna be free agents, you know, could be in maybe some other all-star games, but we really, we're hoping the cut line is somewhere in the middle of the board. The goal is to get all our guys drafted.
We got football and grass, man. That's all we need. Draft starts in Mobile, of course.
How long have you been a part of the...
I've been here for 7 years. Yep. I was in the league for 18 years before that.
Nice. So 20-plus years of experience in the NFL.
Yep.
How'd you get started?
Got in it right out of college, man. I got an internship with the Green Bay Packers in 1996, and just kind of, there were 6 future GMs on that staff, and just kind of took off from there. You get in the building, you work hard, and keep your head down, and hopefully good stuff happens.
Did you feel like that was did you have that dream as a kid? Or
oh yeah, from the time I was like this tall. My dad was a high school coach, so just growing up around it. So I was in the NFL 18 years, in a lot of different scouting capacities. I went to 6 Super Bowls, won 4 of them. Really fortunate to be around some great coaches and great quarterbacks. This job came open in the summer of 2018, and it was just timing. The timing just was perfect because my son was in 8th grade. He was getting ready to play high school sports, and my daughter was in 4th grade, and yeah, I just didn't want to miss that stuff. What's up, Brad Holmes?
Hey, Nagy, how you
How you
doing,
doing, buddy?
man? Good seeing you,
Welcome
man.
to Mobile, dude.
Man, good to be here, man.
Congrats on. If you want to be in front of the guys who are gonna make the picks in April, it's here. So like last year we had the 10 first rounders, they were all seniors. This year we got some badass juniors. You know, so we'll see.
It's a good group.
Thank you. Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing, Jim?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for the text, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Tarek, good to see you, buddy.
Great team. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming down. You gonna be able to stay a couple days, or?
Yeah, stay
Okay.
until Wednesday afternoon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a productive week, every year. So.
I mean, there's a reason why these head coaches are here. Like, they could listen to their scouts, but they want to eyeball this stuff.
Week left tear. Right 34, week F. One out for operation.
Great first day, man. Blessing to be
Day
here.
one.
Bro, I remember watching that. I was like, bro, this dude is snappy. And then I know what I'm saying. When y'all play, what's up, my boy? Trying to get y'all some love. Nah, I ain't seen you. He said what? Good stuff today. Good stuff, bro.
Okay. Cool. All right, what about the national team?
In the national, I want to highlight Femi Oladejo from UCLA. Intensity is off the charts.
Yes! Yes! There you go! There you go! Yeah, boss!
He's a high football character kid. Really cool frame, 264 pounds, over 33-inch arms. And the cool story with him is they tried to make him an off-ball linebacker for 3.5 years in his college career, and he's 250 pounds. He didn't start playing on the edge until week 6 of this season. Was crazy productive in the end of the year. He plays physical. He'll run through your chest. His stock's gonna rise throughout the week for sure.
He has energy that's like infectious with him. And he just has something with him that he just got that thing.
He's from Sacramento, my hometown. This isn't just something he developed in college. He's been like that since high school, even since middle school. He uplifts everybody around him. He always wants to befriend you. He's always looking to learn. He's always looking for work and what he could do to get better. So I'm excited to see how his career unfolds.
Who are your standouts for the national team?
National, I would have to concur. Oladeo is by far my number one. I thought he was focus-driven. I thought he was detailed. I mean, I think he's here for a reason. Even the first 2 days with no practice, I just couldn't wait to see this guy practice because he's checking all the boxes before we get here. And to get here and to see the way that he performed, I feel even more better about him because, like the guy said, we're sitting around the hotel. We're talking about special teams. He's asking the special team coach, how can I get in the meet? How can I get on the field? You know what I mean? That's a guy who clearly wants to get better, wants to get his name out there, and knows why he's here.
In Pop Warner, I was always the guy that led the chance going into the game. Can I get one, coach? Bro, you get it, give me money you want, my boy. I'm on this too now. Here we go. I give it to the Ric Flair. Some people think you giving out the energy, it takes energy from myself, like I'm gonna be tired, but it actually gives me energy. It ain't Mobile we in. We in Strap City. We in Strap City. We in Strap City. It's infectious. It carries the team. It makes people on the team want to play ball and go out there and win.
What's up, man? How you doing, sir? Beautiful, beautiful.
Who the greatest people call you coach?
Probably Derek Brooks.
Brooks? What's you coach in?
In Tampa. I was a secondary coach when we won the Super Bowl in the early 2000s. And it's not about physical talent, man. It's about his crazy leadership.
Okay, leadership.
And intellect.
Yeah.
His football intellect was through the roof.
Yeah.
Valedictorian of his high school class. Like, he brought all of that. Yep, he brought all of that.
Man, there was a little kid there. He had a yellow Band-Aid on, but he was dancing he was the life of the party. He's a great kid. He was doing that all day. Just smile, like, I'm just laughing. It was a great time, just being with the kids, dancing with them, signing autographs. There's more joy in giving to people than taking from people. And I think it's something that all humans should invest in.
Ready? Go!
Man, I got to pulling too hard, ankle slipped and popped open.
Shoulders, head, knees, shoulders, head, knees, head, shoulders, knees, shoulders, come.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You got this is an opportunity to impact kids, young kids, for a lifetime. By saying yes to Jim's call to come, you're a vessel to change someone's life. Let me pray for you. And Lord, I thank you for these young men. God, the ones you have touched that will speak tonight. God, I pray that you would speak through them. God, I pray for the 2,000 kids out there, that they would open their hearts to the message of Jesus Christ, and you would do something special here tonight. In Jesus' name. And all God's men said? Amen. Amen.
I'm happy I'm here. This is like definitely the thing I'd want to do the most. I know that we're going with kids. I wanted to go to the elementary school, but this is even better than that.
2,000.
They picked me because I gotta talk about all that stuff that happened.
Yeah.
So I gotta. So they're like, we wanted them to hear all that.
Yeah,
To inspire them in that way. Yeah. So you don't realize how much an impact somebody makes, how much you really love that person until they're gone.
Yeah.
And me and my whole family were like, I wish you could see that in people, like you said, when it's not just a memory now, like while they're actually here in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I always say, like, I wish you knew you were in the good old days before you were out of them. Like, we're gonna look back right now and say, this was the good old days. But right now, I think the good old days were like my high school days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Next up, I've got a wide receiver from Texas Christian University. You guys give it up for my friend Jack Bech.
New Year's morning, it was around 6 a.m. I was actually sleeping at my aunt and uncle's house. I kept getting calls on my phone, didn't really know why it was 6 a.m. I wasn't answering the calls. Finally picked up the phone to see what was going on, and my sister's fiance had just told me that there was an attack in New Orleans and that they can't find my brother. And so in that moment, we were all trying to scramble. We were trying to find him. We gave his description to every hospital that we could around the whole New Orleans area. And after about 3-4 hours, we finally got a call saying that they have somebody in the ICU that matches the description. So my dad had been on the way from Lafayette, which is where I'm from, about 2 hours east of New Orleans. And he got there, and they gave my dad a bag, which had this watch in the bag, which was a watch that they bought for my brother a year or two ago after he graduated college. And so when they gave that bag to my dad and showed the watch, it showed them that it was my brother. He just broke down, and after an hour or two, I was already on a plane coming back from Dallas to New Orleans, and I was sitting in the airport waiting, and then I looked at my aunt and uncle, and they just kind of looked at me and shook their heads. So in that moment, I knew that what had happened, that my brother had passed. That was my best friend, my whole other half of me. And I tell everybody a story. The day after he passed, I was home. I woke up around 5 a.m. and my sisters were crying in the room across from me, so I was trying to go back to sleep, and I decided that I was gonna get up and I was gonna go, and I went in their room. I got in the middle of them, and I just held them, and we were all crying. And I just looked up to the ceiling in the dark room, and I was like, Tiger, if you're here with us, if you're forever going to be here with us, and if heaven is real, and that if you're in heaven right now, can you just give me a sign? Can you do something? Can you flicker a light? Just something, please. And like I said, it was 5 a.m. It was super early in the morning. And right whenever I was saying that, my uncle came in the room with his flashlight on. And whenever he did that, you can always have doubt about faith, about heaven, about all that. But in that moment, I knew that heaven was for real, like 100%. Like nothing, nobody will ever be able to show me or tell me anything else.
Wow, Jack Bech, thank you, bro. Big time, man. That was huge.
And I think you're doing a fantastic job of celebrating Tiger Bech, number 7 on the back of every single helmet here, with kind of the Princeton logo kind of going through the 7 there. I just can't imagine what Jack Bech is going through right now, but I have to say, for him, he has put his head down. He has made football a focus for just a couple hours every day, and he has thrived here. I can't imagine the mental makeup that it takes to go through what he's going through, but still come out here and thrive on the football field.
I'm going to be a huge Jack Bech fan the rest of the time he plays in the NFL.
And probably, I mean, he has a future.
He's
in the NFL. He's a good
That's
football
what's
player.
getting lost. That's what's getting lost. He's one of my favorite receivers in this draft. Everyone the last couple of years has been looking for the next Puka Nacua, because Puka had some subtleties to him. He wasn't like a wow you guy on tape, and then he gets in the league. That's how Jack is, man. Like, there's just something about this kid. I think he's gonna be a really good pro.
Oh yeah. Oh! Yes, sir, Jack. Hey, let your legacy out here. Build a culture.
Talk to me.
Guys flying around, having fun, flocking to the ball.
Okay.
I know my boys on defense go fly. Hey, but look, get me out though. I know about the same thing about the offense. I know your boys gonna make it.
I tell the guys at orientation, you're sitting in a room with a bunch of your future teammates. You don't know who they are yet, but you're going to be in a building next year with a bunch of these guys.
Hey, here we go. Family on me. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.